Okay, this is the video for the midterm for CPE 301. I just want to walk through some code real quick, and I'll show you some final results on ThinkSpeak. Basically, if you step back here real quick, and you're going to walk through this code, most of this is the same from our, one or two assignments here, right? So we talk about getting the USART connected, getting the ADC set up, initialized, and everything else in connection to be able to do all this some of the stuff. It's almost the same. So the real difference here is basically adding in this ESP module and getting that to work. As you probably heard from the rest of the class, it's been like all week trying to get the device to work. I've had problems with the chip and stuff, so it's been kind of fun. So anyway, let me just walk you through this, and I'll show you some results for fun. We're gonna do everything else on, again, the baud rate of 9600. Maybe I'll talk about that in a minute. We have to do some interesting stuff on the ESP board. So, and we can use that then to initialize our USART communication, our ADC communication, and then I'll use that to actually take values. There's some empty location for some stuff. So, same thing here. Do initialization for both. We delay, and this is actually one of the CPE students in our class. Recommended this idea. We had to work with him in connection to make sure some of our code gets out. So what we did is, in his example, he showed that we should do our unsigned characters, or basically the strings we want to send out to the ESP module through serial communication by I just throw them in empty, arguments. So then it made this really clean when you actually go to the process of throwing them out. So anyway, we basically check to see if the device is good. We check and make sure it's in single station mode. Then we actually try to connect to a network. I've obviously taken off my real network and password. Go ahead and try to hack me anyway, like I care anyway. But we set that up, and then we'll actually start the communication. What this does, this line actually has the device connect to the AP, the ThinkSpeak website at this port 80, right? Then from there, it'll be prepared to be able to send and receive some stuff. So this one's going to be the CIP send. Here, in other words, the actual character string length. We connect to it, tell how long what we're going to send, and then we're actually going to send the device. So first, the other connection to that is these are going to be really short. So we'll delay all these really takes a long time. We delay all between this stuff, and then lastly, we basically we get to this next connection where we quickly just read from the ADC, we read from the temperature sensor. I took in both values, but I only used Fahrenheit in this case, as you'll see on the website here in a minute. And then it actually prints, right? It basically uses the same command line you can pick up from ThinkSpeak and prints my temperature that I found just now. So this website, my key, I left it on, it doesn't really matter, and then we'll go ahead and we send it out and then delay again. And it just does this over and over again. If you watched it, would just do it over and over again. Do that same stuff. And this is, again, just initialization stuff from last time, ADC from last time, USART from last time, and sender and stuff. So anyway, so you run this code. I'm not going to run it now. You just see this slowly run but it took me about an hour and a half to collect the number of points I did. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up what I did find and show you. So here we go. This is obviously my website. This is my ThinkSpeak account. It's open, public. You can look me up and find it. And this is my results, right? This is actually in our bedroom before I went to bed. It was like at least an hour. I think it was almost an hour. So it was pretty accurate. My our thing at the house said it was probably about 77. It would range, and then finally cooled off, I think, right before I went to bed, and I turned it off. I almost tempted to leave it on all night, but I was afraid it might blow up or something in my sleep. So anyway, this is it. This is work. This came through. It's a pretty fun little project. It's been interesting. So, the one thing I was going to bring up is that one thing we ended up figuring out is that a lot of students tried to connect the device at 11:5200, basically. The the typical baud rate setting for the ESP-01 module, and had a really hard time to actually get it to communicate back and work some stuff with the Atmega board. Come to find out, there's probably like a 3.6% error, even if you get it set up correctly in the, I think, baud rate error, baud rate proficiency, or whatever it's called. And so even then it could be really difficult to communicate with the board, and with that much error going on. I think the standard you can stick to is only about 2%. actually for effective communication. So anyway, we went through the process of we changed in Explorer, we changed the baud rate in the ESP board down to 9600 successfully. There was kind of varied between board which command line you had to do. It's like AT plus CPIO baud or whatever, and was able to switch it over pretty effectively. So, and I got it to work out. But this is it. There's quite a few of us that have kind of worked on it together, which has been kind of interesting. I spelled that wrong. So I hope everybody got the project done, but it's been good. So this is midterm 1 for CPE 301. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.